Good morning, people. This is David J. Price, and I'm here with
Bernardo Ansel.
You are listening to the Lottery of Life podcast,
where we go into depth on how men across the world can improve their lives through the three main areas of life,
which are finances, personal development, and overall general fitness. So if you're ready to go on a journey to mental improvement, then relax and have a seat because you are at the right place. Good morning, people, and welcome to episode 4 of the Lottery of Life podcast. If you're a returning listener, then welcome back. But if it's your first time, my name is David Price, here with
Bernardo Ansel.
And here at the Lottery of Life, we start every episode with a quote to get your mind rolling. So, Nard, give it to him.
The only thing worse than being born without sight is being born with sight but no vision. Helen Keller.
Okay. What made you choose that quote?
The reason I chose this quote, I don't know, David, are you familiar with Helen Keller?
Isn't that I know she's famous for something. Is she like a cook or something?
No, she wasn't a cook. Okay. She was an author, but the thing about it is she was born blind. She was not able to see, but she was still able to accomplish a lot of things. And in the interview, she was asked, "What do you think could be worse than being born without? What do you think could be worse than being blind?" And she said the only thing worse than being born blind is being able to see but having no vision. You have no passion. You have no drive. You're just existing. And she said that's the only thing worse than being born blind. What do you think about that?
That's deep. That's deep, right? I ain't gonna. I didn't even know. I heard that name Helen Keller plenty of times. I don't know if it was like in songs or something. I don't know why I thought she was a cook. But the fact that she was blind and she really, she basically was saying like, even though she's blind, like she's not as worse as it can get. It's people out here who can see but have no vision. Like me being blind don't really stop me from having a vision, but she was obviously successful. Shit, I heard about her and I ain't never met her before. So that's pretty deep, bro. I like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you never met her because she died a long time ago, my brother. But
that's good, bro.
But I'm just thinking about that. So, because, in life, we are going to have our trials and tribulations. But the fact that she was born blind and she didn't let that hold her back is what's really important. That's what I really like about this quote. Because everybody said, I'm not doing this because I have this. I'm not doing that because, hey, I had a bad childhood or I had bad experiences or I don't have any money. I'm not about to start that business.
Yeah, it's really about just not using excuses or having that victim mentality. I think that's what it really boiled down to. Like when you have a victim mindset, like, oh, why me? Or why does this have to happen to me? Or you gotta understand, it's an uphill battle for everybody in the world. Ain't nobody been successful without going through those struggles, whether you've seen them, whether they've been public or not. So, I mean, it's another quote I like to use is, there is no without struggle, there is no progress. So you have to struggle, you have to go through these adversities and endeavors to succeed in life. So, y'all, that's what you should take from that quote. You definitely don't want to have anything hold you back. This lady was blind and she still was, you said she was an author. She was an author.
She was an author.
That's crazy. Yeah, definitely, you shouldn't let anything hold you back. You know what I'm saying? But no, I know you was talking to me earlier, bro, off camera about something you wanted to mention about the markets and.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't know if you guys caught my quote on our Instagram, the Lottery of Life.
Make sure y'all follow us.
100%. So one of the quotes that I said was, in a gold rush, it is good to be in a pick and shovel business, by Mark Twain.
Okay, go into depth for the people out there who that probably went over their head.
So, okay, if you want to think about it, right now we're in a gold rush. Everybody's digging for gold. You don't want to be the 1,000,001 person out here digging for gold. So everybody's digging for gold. I'm about to go dig for gold. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy selling shovels because no matter what, as long as people keep digging, they're going to be buying shovels. You're going to be good. So I'm saying that because with NFTs and everything, with NFTs, cryptocurrencies, there are a lot of cryptocurrencies that are out today that people are making. They're just quick schemes. You're getting finesse, if that makes sense.
Well, how do you mean you getting finesse? Because I do know, and I'm not no financial advisor or anything like that. But off of what I've seen, I know it's ways to make money off the NFT. So when you say getting finessed, what exactly do you mean?
It's definitely, people are definitely making money. The thing about it is,
you're saying it's very risky and you can lose a lot of money as well?
That's the thing too. And it's kind of like you're digging for gold because everybody's digging for gold. Just because one man is being successful just because one man strikes for gold doesn't guarantee that you're going to strike for gold. Because if you really look into it, especially with cryptocurrencies, people are just, I was watching a video on YouTube. It was this guy. He literally came up with his own cryptocurrency and got it and he was just advertising it, and he had a following, and he boosted up to where I think he had like 14 million like worth of that cryptocurrency. If he wanted to, he would have been able to sell all of that off, crash the markets, and just run with everybody's money.
Yeah,
that's just how easy it is. All you need, because nowadays cryptocurrencies aren't regulated. Nowadays, all you really need to do is just put a little hype behind it. Say, hey, this is the next get rich quick scheme. This is the next cryptocurrency that's gonna go 10x, 30x. I believe in it. This is it right here. This is your opportunity to become a millionaire. And then they sell you that dream, and you go out there and invest your life savings, or you go out there and invest your hard earning money, and then they just decide to sell it and crash the markets. You're done. It's like, damn.
Well, shit, I'm gonna say this. Do you think any intelligent investor out there is going to invest their life savings in one investment?
But the thing about it is, I'm not talking to the intelligent investor. I'm talking to the guy who's just on Instagram. Everybody's an investor now. I don't know if you noticed, but the thing about it is, it's like we're in a bull market.
Right,
I don't know.
This is the most bullish it's been in years.
This is the longest running bull market.
Right.
It's like basically throwing shit at the wall. Everything is sticking now.
Yeah.
And that's not logical. Sooner or later, everything is not going to stick. Stuff is going to start falling. And when it does fall, though, people start getting hurt. I don't know if you're familiar with 2008 with the market crash, but things got really bad.
Yeah.
When people lost a lot of money, a lot of people were like, it was like I was real young at the time, so I don't know. But from what I heard, people were just doing a lot of bad things were going up. Crime rate was going up. A lot of people were losing their lives. A lot of people were just like as sad. It was a bad time. So the thing about it, you want to protect yourself from that.
Right.
You want to.
How would you advise someone to? I know you're not a financial advisor, but you are speaking to the guy who who don't have as much knowledge on the markets and investing and things like that. So I mean, if he wanted to get into cryptos, do you think it's a safe way to get into cryptos?
Of course,
well,
definitely a safe way.
How would you tell him to go about that?
One of the smartest things, or one of the most important things that they taught us in school, or something they usually say in school. What was the first thing they told us when we went to kindergarten? They drilled this into our head in the beginning, in the beginning of our education. Do you know what quote I'm talking about?
I skipped kindergarten, so I don't know.
First grade.
I'm playing, but no, to answer your question, I don't know.
But just take a guess, because they used to always say knowledge is power.
Oh yeah,
knowledge is power. So the more that you know, the better you are. The better you are equipped to succeed. Mm-hmm. If you don't know anything about cryptocurrencies and you're taking advice from one person, oh, David said this cryptocurrency is the next cryptocurrency to become a millionaire. Oh, I trust David, so I'm gonna put all of my money. And then, oh man, David was wrong. I lost all of my money. F David.
Man, don't be putting me out there.
I'm just saying for example.
Go ahead,
because
that's true though.
Because you don't want nobody at your door, right?
For sure. But now I would say like really along the lines of what you're getting around to. I mean, I would say you definitely want to do your due diligence and research. Like you can never do enough research. Like I took months just researching all type of markets and stocks and cryptos before I even put my hard money behind it. I asked plenty of my friends in my circle, or even people who not necessarily my friends, people who I know have knowledge in investing. You want to make sure you get different strokes of knowledge from different places. So you can read articles, you can read books, you can go to different type of like seminars or webinars. Just make sure you amass enough knowledge before you actually take action, because it only take just like they say, to be up or to be successful, you only got to be right once. But to be broke, you only got to be wrong once. You know what I'm saying? Wrong once. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
It's just a give and take. I would say. But
I don't know, Dave. Are you familiar with the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
So you know what he's doing? You know why he got in trouble, right?
No.
So what he was doing, he was pumping and dumping stocks.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pump and dump stocks because it's illegal. So basically, cryptos, NFTs, they're not regulated. So basically, you could pump and dump them as much as you want.
Yeah.
Because they're not regulated yet. So basically, people are basically, it's this, history repeats itself. It's the same finesse, just a different way. It's just a different market, a different guy. And a lot of celebrities and a lot of people, they're getting into the finesse, because it's like, hey, you're gonna pay me $100,000 to promote a coin.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
do it.
I know
Well, I
that's
wouldn't do
very.
it, but it's
I know that's what's really. I mean, I know that's a good part of what's going on. I even follow this the YouTube page about cryptos and stuff, and I know whoever running this shit is just pumping and dumping because
yeah, a
they
lot of coins.
literally like the titles that they be posting on this shit. It be like Elon Musk promises Dodge will be
Oh
at
man, they
10
love
million.
putting Elon
Like
Musk's name and
bro,
stuff.
they be like Tesla will 100% be at $10 by or some shit or some crazy shit. Like the captions, the titles itself just be like so over exaggerated. It's like I can tell this is just some clickbait ass shit. So you just want to have to due diligence. I mean, anything you don't want to do anything that you're not knowledgeable on. So just make sure you gain knowledge first. But no, I did want to talk to you about something else though. Like how you were talking about the different markets and different ways to make money and things like that. And even history repeats itself. And we in the longest bull run that we ever been in. But this bull run gonna end,
Of
eventually.
course.
So I think how important would you say it is to be able to adapt to change?
Um, my grandfather always told me. He used to say, "You don't make your bed when you're ready to go to sleep. You need to go. You need to prepare yourself for every situation in life." So, being knowledgeable, things are good now, but you need to always think of the what if.
Yeah.
Because it's this guy that I was watching on YouTube. He was like, he's successful now. Everything is going well, but he knows within life that's not sustainable. Everything, like, you have highs and lows, just like, because the stock market is, believe it or not, it's not monitoring. It's monitoring monies and businesses, but it's really a flow of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
How people are feeling at the time. That's why they said if you want to be a successful stock trader, you need to be able to control your emotions.
Right.
Because at times you're like, okay, I feel like this is going good, so I'm going to put my money in there. Things are going bad, I'm going to take my money out. No. So you need to control your emotions and you need to think logical and just say, if things are going good now, but sooner or later things won't. Am I able to survive, or will I be good if things aren't going as well?
Yeah, that's always a question you want to ask yourself. As a man, you definitely want to be prepared for any situation. You got to be prepared for the what if. A lot of people, I used to have this problem, but it was never really a problem for me. But like, my teachers used to always get on me because like I used to always carry so much shit. Like literally,
I used to get on you, bro. Like you were kind of like you used to carry your whole house with you.
But the thing about it, if you needed some shit, or I probably had that bit on me. Like I'm always prepared because I was always thinking about the what if situation. Because see me, I'm big on learning from experiences and learning from your L's. So I done had plenty of times where shit, my phone about to die and I ain't got no charger, or the only charger I had that day, I fucked around and left it in another period, or I broke it. So now I keep 2-3 chargers on me, and I got a portable.
What do you need a charger for? You're going to school to learn, son. You're not there to be on the phone.
My mind, I had a lot going on. Even when I wake up in the morning, my day wasn't solely around school. I got school, I got practice afterwards. I got my bro's house where I might go to after practice. I might have to walk home that day. So I was prepared for my situations. Like, you just have to be able to adapt to change. For example, when I was in high school, I had practice going on. I knew when I got off practice, I wasn't going straight home. I wanted to go to my bro's house. And even then, I might want to stop at the store. So I did a lot of walking. To stop from me having to kill my legs from walking every single day, I invested in a bike. Because I knew, I didn't have a car at the moment. I just used to use my dad's car. But when I wasn't in his car, I still wanted a means of transportation. So I invested in a bike, and it made my journey a lot easier when I used to want to get around. So you always just got to be able to be prepared for anything. Like even in the games, anything may happen. Somebody go down, somebody get injured, the next man needs to be up. But if he not ready, if he haven't been preparing for this moment, when he get in there, he gonna fail. Bernard, I'm pretty sure you can relate to that, right?
Yeah, look, matter of fact, since you did that, I'm finna put you out. David been driving since he was, I think, in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, dude, who car did you
But
steal?
I didn't have my car. I didn't have a car since the 8th grade.
David, you were driving before you had a license. Like, what's up with you, dude?
My dad put me out there. He had no, but for
I mean, but you knew how to drive good, though.
You want to know why?
You didn't go too far. But
anybody who rode in my car always said, like, Dave, you're a really good driver, X, Y, and Z. That's because my dad prepared me. Like, I've been driving since I was 12. I'm 22. I've been driving for 10 years now. So it's like, that's something that I really know how to do. So just if you in any situation, you got to be able to be prepared for the what if, for the things that you don't see. A man doesn't know you don't know what you don't know. So that's why you need to be prepared for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You just be prepared.
And you know, and another thing, don't be afraid that, oh man, things are gonna go crashing down at one point, or this is not sustainable, or things are going good, things are gonna be bad. Yeah, that's reality. Things are gonna be bad, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a part of life. Michael Jordan, he once said, the reason why I know how to win is because I've lost. Because when you've lost, when you've been here before, you know how to look at that and, you know, just say, hey, look at it with a sound mind. Be like, okay, I've been here. I've lost before. Now I know how to avoid being in this predicament again because I've been here before. I've lost. That's why I know that I could win. Like, I've lost before. That's why I could beat you. If that makes sense.
Like, for example, see, Bernardo, he's not that good at it.
No.
I
already know what you about to say.
He has yet to adapt
I already know what.
But I will touch on something else you said.
No.
What you brought up about Michael Jordan, that is a great piece because I was listening to E.T. Just this morning, and he said,
"Hold on, E.T. The alien."
Shut up. E.T. E.T. Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. That's one of my number one. I always listen to him. And he was saying how the Pistons created Michael Jordan. He said, if they didn't whoop his ass in first 2 rounds or the first 2 times he went to the championship, he would have never won 6 in a row. They said, but that pressure that they put on him, that torment, that torture that he went through, the times that he faced them, that made him prepare for the next time that he would see them. So that's why he's saying they created the monster. So that's why you got to be able to, it goes back to, like, I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, being able to turn your losses into lessons. Like, you always need to be able to take something from any situation. And then that, whatever you take from it will help you prepare and adapt for the next time that you come around that situation, or even if you come around something different, at least you'll be able to adapt to it.
You know what? You've created a monster, David, because you beat me in basketball a few times, and the fact that you keep bringing it up. Matter of fact, I was hooping the other day, and I'm telling you, I done got deadly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I know my spots now. I'm legit a sniper now. Like, I'm telling you, I was cashing shots, and I was hooping with legit hoopers. David, you're not a hooper, David. I'm just being honest. You're not a hooper.
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this madness?
I'm just letting you know. You created a monster, and you're gonna regret this
next Wednesday.
Sooner or later. I promise. Next time. Matter of fact, we're gonna play a game 1-on-1. We're gonna record it.
What you want to put on it right now? I'm live on the podcast. What you want to put on it?
What do you want to put on it?
I put 50 on it.
You put 50.
Your ass.
But the thing about it, I don't want to take your money because
okay.
I'm just I don't want, because I don't want to do you dirty, bro. I know you got this and that.
I do it for free, bro.
No, I'm just saying we're gonna record it. And then we're gonna put it somewhere. I don't know where we're gonna put it yet, but we're gonna decide.
Y'all check us out on the Lottery of Life podcast on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow us on our Twitter. Make sure y'all following us on our LinkedIn because it's gonna be everywhere. What I do to him, trust me, it's gonna be everywhere. I want everybody to see it, and let's see if you can adapt to the change, like you telling the people.
Most definitely. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. You know, they always say, "Don't talk about it, be about it." So I'm gonna be about it. So we gonna leave that there, and then we gonna move on to the next topic. So I know you was talking about blood and alcohol. No, that's not what you was talking about. You was talking about something.
I was trying to tell you that, you know, we don't really monitor our blood oxygen levels, or we don't really know how important our blood oxygen levels are. But the average person doesn't have enough oxygen in their blood. Even though, like, you feel fully functional, if you increase the blood oxygen levels that are in your blood, you actually can have a lot of benefits. Like, you'll sleep a lot better, your energy will be a lot better, you'll be less confused, and you'll be able to focus more and make better decisions. And you obviously will be able to work out for a longer duration, or, you know, be able to exercise for a longer period. So I was having some circulation problems myself, and I did some research, and I found out it's like we really breathe the wrong way. Like, a lot of times when you see people...
What do you mean by that? We breathe the wrong way? Because I've been breathing for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. But you don't know that it's really a right way to breathe, a correct way. So, for example, it's like diaphragmic breathing. So you basically, when you see people take deep breaths, a lot of times you see them do this. Right? But that's not really how you breathe. Yo, watch out, bro. Listen, when your lungs are made to expand and come back. So when you breathe with your diaphragm, your chest really shouldn't move. Your lungs should be So what you want to do is you mix that diaphragmatic breathing in with like it's like a 4-7-8 breathing. That's a proper name for it, but it's really just like a 3 count. So you want to breathe in. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you hold it for like 4, 5, 6, and then you breathe back out 7, 8, 9, like that. So it'll look like this, like.
So it's kind of like swimming.
Swimming.
Yeah,
What do you
because I
mean?
don't know.
The way
so
they.
because for me, like I'm very muscular, so I don't float very well.
Mhm.
So what a swim coach was telling me was like, so what you have to do, balloons float, so you have to suck in a lot of air, and then you'll start floating, which is true. You'll start floating, and then when you release the air, that's when you're gonna start sinking. So you have to monitor that when you swim. It's kind of 1, 2 stroke, and then you let it out, and then you do it again.
And that's a good point that you made, because really a lot of people don't know this, but swimming is one of the most, like, I thought it was just some
we were born in
or
water,
some recreational
when you
shit.
in your mom's belly, like that's why they say babies are born knowing how to swim, because you're born you're basically born in a liquid.
You ain't got much room to move in that bit, but it's there.
Yeah,
so, but swimming is one of the most athletic sports you can do. It's one of the most challenging sports that you can do, and because you work your entire body. So a lot of swimmers have really deep lungs, or they have a high breath capacity. So yeah, that's a good point. You want to just breathe in, and you just hold it for a couple of seconds, and then you breathe back out. And if you do this, you can also help yourself go to sleep a lot better. Like if you just practice this before you go to sleep, or do it like twice a day, and you do it before you go to sleep, it'll knock you right out.
Okay.
So, and a lot of times, like, when coaches say stand up, because all the air that'll help you breathe better or whatever. Like, when you bend over, they be like,
I heard that wasn't proven.
Right? No, that's what I was about to say.
Facts.
That's not facts. The breathing I just explained, you want to be sitting down while you're doing that, and then it'll help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't sit down. So all my coaches, I'm on y'all ass. Like I'm gonna hit y'all up one day because y'all so up and down.
Facts. Hey, but I was also trying to see like, do you know the difference between basically regular training, like just doing a regular workout, versus high intensity interval training? Because those are two different spectrums of working out, but a lot of people really don't understand the difference.
Okay, that went over my head, bro.
All right, so what I'm explaining to you is basically when you're doing a regular workout routine for an hour, do you know you could cut that workout into 15 minutes and you'll get the same amount of work?
Okay, yeah, no, definitely. I heard about that. It's just you're pushing yourself more, right? That's what you're doing.
Well, see, it's just like this, right? It's like a scale that people follow when they work out, where it's like low intensity, and then they get high for a little bit, and then they come back down.
Oh, okay.
And then they lower, then they come back high for a little bit, and then they come back down. And that takes up 60 minutes, right? But if you flip that upside down, and you basically stay high intensity, and then you go back down to low for a little bit, then you come back high, and then you go back low, in that short amount of span, you'll get the same amount of work as being in there for like 60 minutes or more. So that's a tip I want people to try to practice, is actually switch to high intensity interval training. And an easy way to do this, just like how I first got started with it, is to do 30-30s. So that means just 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So you could pick any type of exercise, like an aerobic exercise for like not just running, but you can do jump ropes, you can do jumping jacks, you can do sprints, you can do any type of workout that's going to push you, and you want to go as hard as you can for 30 seconds.
So what's your favorite workout to do? I'll tell you, my favorite workout is eating. So you tell me what's your favorite workout?
Gonna help you. My favorite workout, I mean, it depends on what I'm targeting, but I really like to do sprints. I like to go up hills. I like to do hills.
You like to run.
I like to do
hills.
Probably
one of the very few people I know that like to do hills.
Not just sprints. I like to run up a hill because I like to get in there and get out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a trainer, but I really don't like working out. This shit is uncomfortable. Okay. So what you want to do is just go as hard as you can, so that way you can get to work and get out.
You want to know, a lot of one of the quotes that you say that I like is like, you want to do what you don't want to do now you want to do what you be saying. You got to do something in the present for your future self.
Yeah, you basically do what you have to do today for your tomorrow self. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For your tomorrow self.
For your tomorrow self.
So even though you don't feel like doing the shit today, the decisions you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. So that's why you want to make sure, even though I don't like doing the shit that I do, I do it consistently because I know what I want to look like tomorrow. I know what I want to feel like tomorrow. So you just got to keep that in mind. And that's really with any decision you make, not even just working out. Like when people constantly or can consistently fail because they're in a downward spiral. They wake up in the morning feeling bad about the shit they didn't do yesterday. They still focused on yesterday and they end up not executing that day. And then the day goes by. And then at the end of the night, they're like, damn, I wish I could have did the shit I was supposed to do today. I'm gonna make sure I do it in the morning. And then when they wake up in the morning, it's like you constantly in this same circle of failing because you don't realize that all you gotta do is just do whatever you need to do. Like you have to do one of the most inspiring quotes I heard young is do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Do what you have to do now so you can do what you want to do later.
So you heard that quote, young, but you didn't hear the knowledge is power. Did you go to school?
I heard
that was the first quote I heard going to school.
See, I was a very intelligent kid, so they really didn't have to tell me knowledge is power. They knew I already had it, so they just like.
Man, there you go with this BS, man. You know, you always on your high horse talk about
we ain't gotta worry about that one.
You probably was you probably was in the advanced classes.
Yeah, bro.
To be honest, I got in the advanced class a couple times. But I'm like, nah, they be having fun in there though. Like they a little bit more lenient with y'all. They let y'all do what y'all want. Well, not y'all. Well, they let them do what they want because you probably wasn't in there, so you probably wouldn't know.
Cap. I ain't get my first. I ain't get my first F till I was in I was hurt too. I was in the 5th grade. I got my first F.
Oh man, in elementary school I was an F student. Boy, I'm talking about straight F. But the thing about it is I wasn't applying myself. I never really tried. Like that's why I knew that I was smart because when I would barely try. Like that's what I used to tell people. Like I know people who study every day and would get a B. And I'm not bragging. I'm like, I wouldn't study and I still get the same grade as you. I'm just, cause to be honest with you, bro, I've never really studied. Like, I just feel like I'm blessed. I'm not bragging or anything, but you know that's just a blessing that God gave me.
Ain't nothing wrong with bragging, man. That's another thing.
Yeah, no, it's like I always had a good memory. Like I could just remember stuff. I could retain information. Mm-hmm. Like if you tell me this and that, blah blah blah. If you say it more times enough, it's probably gonna go over my head when you say it. But later on that day or the next day, I'm gonna remember it. Like when you ask me, like, hey, what did I say? Like blah 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 3 days ago, and I'm like, yeah, no, you said this. And I just been fortunate enough to have that. I never really had to study, but I feel like if I were to study, if I really did a lot, I would have accomplished way more. So like they always say, hard work beats talent.
When talent doesn't work.
When talent doesn't work, and I feel like that's probably where, that's one of my what's a good word for it? That's one of my inconvenience or one of my weaknesses or something like that. So what about you? What do you feel like one of your weaknesses that you need to work on?
I mean,
because we all have them, so don't say you don't have any.
Of course. I mean, if anything, my weakness is just trying to do too much at one time. I can sometimes spread myself a little too thin, trying to be a million miles wide.
I'm glad you know that.
Be a foot deep, you know what I'm saying? But I have the capability of being a mile wide and a mile deep. But it's just that requires a higher level of energy that I may not be able to use. So that's why I need to get better on just kind of honing in on a couple of things that I want to do. But some things I want to get some tips real quick for people out there who have a hard time learning or retaining information, like how you were saying. People don't realize that just reading something once, like you can read 100 pages one time, or you could read one page 100 times. And if you read one page 100 times, you're definitely going to really grab the message or retain the information more than reading 100 pages once. So you want to repetitively expose yourself to whatever you're trying to learn. And you also want to not only read it, but you want to say it out loud. And you want to also try to listen to it if you can. So basically, if you have a certain book you're reading or something that you're trying to study, you can watch a video about somebody, like an audio book, somebody saying it so you can hear it. And then you want to read it. And then even as you read it, you can go back and say it out loud. And doing those three things, exposing that information to yourself in three different ways, is going to magnify or multiply the chances of you actually retaining all that information. So that's a tip that you could use, if you're out there in school or whatever, trying to, like right now I'm studying for my certification right now with ISSA. So that's what I've been doing. So yeah, that's something that y'all could try doing, but yeah.
Also, another tip, you got to know what type of learner you are. So in school, there are like they teach teachers this. There are 4 types of learners. There are visual learners, audio learners, and
tactical.
Tactical. So I guess it's 3.
Yeah.
So if you're a visual learner, that means you because I know I'm a visual learner. I have to see it be done, and then I'll get it easily. You can't, like, a lot of people say, hey, no, go do this, and then when you do it wrong, you're like, dude, that's not what you were supposed to do. So you have to visually show me how to do it, and then I'll be able to do it. But there are also different type of learners, like they have to physically, like, it has to be hands on, which is another thing. And then there are audio learners, like you could tell them, say, hey, go do that, and then they'll basically go do that. So just know what type of learner you are, and find that and try to get that information that way.
Right. But we are at the end of our time, so we definitely thank everybody for listening. You know, if you like the information that you was hearing, if you like the tips we were sharing with you, make sure y'all follow us on, like I said, all of our social medias, the Lottery of Life podcast. If you watch this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and comment below some of the weaknesses that you think you may have, or you can just comment any type of feedback that you want to share with us. You know, we definitely would appreciate it. Nara, you got something you want to?
I'm good, man.
All right, well, look, we also got something coming out for people who want to just get a type of guideline or just some tips on how you want to succeed in life. We have a 10-step success checklist, and it's a pamphlet that's going to come with the 10 steps that we feel as though you need to succeed. Also, 10 attributes that we feel as though you need to succeed, and 5 of our most inspiring or motivating quotes. So if you want the information, then just DM us your email, or you can drop it down below, or just shoot us an email at the Lotto Podcast at gmail.com, and we will send that right to you. Other than that, hope y'all enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you next Wednesday. Hey, this is David. Just one more thing. If you like some of the things that you've heard and you want to give us a review, please comment below or shoot us that DM and let us know how we can improve the podcast, or maybe some topics that you want to hear us talk about. Once again, thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.